Number 4, Matt Jones. Number 9, Sandy Moody. Number 14, Milo Kitchen. Number 17, Killian DeHaven. Number 21, Ben Bauman. Number 24, Lucas Fox. And goal number 6, Hugh Dalton. Hood River coached by Mike Fitzsimmons. And now the Lincoln Cardinals, which is your home team today. Number 1, Carson Black. Number 2, Alexander Mohammedan. Number 3, Thomas Singer. Number 5, Dominic Arnola. Number 8, Owen Bruce. Number 9, Osaka Featherstone. Number 11, Mitchell Campbell. Number 16, Logan Martin. Number 22, Abraham Barrow. Number 23, Brady Lopez. The officials for today's contest are respected members of the Oregon High School Lacrosse Association. Officials for tonight's match are referee Russell Bean, umpire Tom Johnson, field judge Jack Sheen, and the bench official Tom Hopper. We ask that you please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon, sports fans. Welcome to another exciting edition of High School Sports here on your High School Sports Leader Oregon Sports Beat. A jam-packed day today from Wilsonville High School. We've got lacrosse action. We're going to start it out with the Cascade Cup Championship. Is that right, Dave?
That's correct. The Cascade Cup is a tournament for the teams that finish 25th through 40th. In the lacrosse power rankings for the state of Oregon, the top 24 teams advance to the state championship tournament. We'll have the state championship game coming up later today. These teams have gone through a 16-team tournament, and coming out on top of it, we've got Lincoln and Hood River going head-to-head.
All right, let me set the stage for you. So here at 1 o'clock, we're going to do the Lincoln Hood River game. That's for the Cascade Cup. At 3 o'clock, we're going to bring you the All-Star game, and we'll have All-Stars who will be featured in that. At 5:30, it is the OHSLA championship matchup that will feature number 1 ranked Jesuit. They beat Lake Oswego. Lake Oswego Wednesday night, 24-5, and the number 2 ranked team, Lake Ridge, they beat West Lynn 7-6 in overtime. So we'll match this one up. Lincoln and Hood River. I have done a Lincoln game earlier this year. I'm familiar with their players. Their star player is probably Brady Kopetz. And I know he's headed to either Cal or Sanford on a football scholarship. He'll be a player to watch. He had 52 goals during the season. I'm Dave Hall along with Dave Sanford, our expert. Dave is the head coach at the Beaverton Lacrosse, and also serves as a coach on one of the West Coast Armor All traveling teams. I think you're headed to California.
Yep. Headed to California tomorrow morning for the Under Armour West tryouts, and then spending my summer coaching with True Lacrosse throughout the Northwest and traveling back east a couple of times.
Wow. All right, we'll get this one underway. 4 12-minute quarters. Lincoln will be in white with white numerals. That's going to make it a little hard for us to spot that. Hopefully the PA announcer said he'll help us on the numbers, and we'll get you who scores the goals. Hood River, the Eagles are in their green and gold. They will move from our left to our right. Lincoln moving from our right to our left. Draw control set right here. Here we go, we're underway. Lincoln in the white, scoops it up. This is a great concept, Dave, because it allows the teams 25 to 40 in the state rankings to play off and somebody win that championship.
And it really gives, in Oregon lacrosse, we don't have a 6A champion and a 5A champion, a 4A champion. Like, all the schools play in the same league. Some schools have very different strengths than others. So this gives schools an opportunity to keep playing for a couple more weeks, give the kids a few more games, and also gives more kids the opportunity to play in a big stadium for a championship game. And that's a really special thing. We've had only great feedback on the Cascade Cup since it's been going for about the last 5 years.
I mentioned Brady Kopetz. He's number 23 for Lincoln. He likes to set up down by the left side. Quickly, Hood River down. Thanks for joining us here at Oregon Sports Beat. We had a great time Wednesday night bringing you those 2 games, one an overtime thriller, the other a clash of the number 1 ranked team in the state, Jesuit, and they were impressive. Looking forward to that game at 5:30, the championship game. We'll see probably the 2 best players in the circle, Jake Reichel for Lake Ridge and Luke Johnson for Jesuit.
Some kids on the field in that game likely to be announced as All-Americans at halftime. Should be a battle. Last year, Jesuit undefeated through the regular season. Lake Ridge spoiled their perfect season. Is a repeat in the cards for Lake Ridge. Jesuit's really focused on making sure they handle it this time. Proves to be a great game.
Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Lincoln getting the ball into their offensive end here. No push there. Good call by the officials. Ball goes over to Hood River.
Eagles will have the ball. We're just underway. First quarter action here at Wilsonville High School.
Definitely see some younger players on the field for both of these teams. Definitely some really nice stick work, but some smaller guys.
And there's a goal for Hood River. Kind of a pass off to the left and snuck that shot in.
Forrest Hedberg on the finish. Perhaps he's a converted hockey player the way he wristed that one into the goal.
Hedberg, number 14. And the assist goes to number 11, Rowan Faber. So Hood River breaks on top. The draw, scooped up by Lincoln. Cardinal. Number 3, Thomas Kenyon on the left side. Now they go back behind the net. Substitution coming in for Lincoln. And Dave, I know you pointed out the other day, substitutions are on the fly.
That's correct. There was a time in lacrosse where every time the ball went out of bounds on the sidelines, teams could substitute. There'd be a horn would blow. There'd be 25 seconds of stoppage. Specialized players would come in. This slowed the game down, made it a lot less fun to watch, especially at the college level. Speeding that game up has forced midfielders to be able to play both offense and defense a lot more, and has made this much more exciting for kids to play and for people to watch.
Hood River leads 1-0 on the Forrest Hedberg goal. Lincoln with the ball. That's where Kopetz likes to set up right there, and he scored. First shot he takes, he scored.
Goal for 22, Brady Kopetz.
The game I did for Lincoln earlier in the season, Kopetz had 8 goals.
Both of these teams finished tied in their conference with in-conference records of 2-6.
The Lincoln game I did was against Central Catholic. Hood River with the ball. We're even now, 1-1 on the Kopetz goal for Lincoln.
During the season, Lincoln took an 11-9 victory over Hood River. Hood River back on offense here.
Dave, Lincoln has a bunch of football players on the roster.
Yeah, one of the things that their coach was telling me when I was talking to him earlier this week is that some of their best players, lacrosse is their second sport. A bunch of kids that are going to college to play football.
They have some D1 football players who are playing lacrosse.
And they have a lot of younger players who are much more, I think, lacrosse focused. So both of these teams definitely on upward trajectories. We'll kind of get to their all-conference player highlights while we're in the timeouts later on.
Great facilities here at Wilsonville High School. Hood River behind the net, now bringing it out front. In front, knocked off the ball. Good job defensively by Lincoln. And they'll bring it forward. I'm Dave Hall along with Dave Sanford. We're the two Daves. All right, Hood River comes up with the ball.
Benjamin Bauman with the ball up top. He's got a good short stick matchup. He's going to take it. Gets stood up pretty well. Keeps moving the ball. Draws a slide. Ball goes through X. Feed into the crease is there, but can't be handled. Ground ball to Thurston Welch.
Tried to get the ball in front that time to Colby Summers. He just couldn't come up with it. He was in the slot.
Shot out of bounds to Hood River. 6 minutes left in the first quarter, 1-1 if you're just joining us.
12-minute quarters, 4 of them.
Thomas Dunn with the ball.
Tried to get in front just high, and it goes out. It'll be Lincoln ball.
Alexander Lahamadou with the ball right there, one of the anchors of Lincoln's defense, rather.
You're the coach of Beaverton. Did you face either one of these teams during the season?
We played Lincoln in our very first game, where we had a bunch of kids out on COVID and a bunch of kids literally playing their first game, lacrosse game ever. So it was a very challenging game for us. Lincoln, won that game pretty easily. I was really impressed with the pace of play and the focus that first-year head coach Adrian McCallalad has gotten his team playing at.
That's a goal. I believe that's Michael Frost, number 12. Is that right?
I think so, but I didn't see it for sure.
Okay. And I think that's what I heard the PA announcer say too. Time on that goal, 5:33. So Hood River on top 2-1. The draw, still on the ground, up in the air now. Scramble for the ball at midfield, and going to be picked up finally by Lincoln.
Lincoln got away with a bit of a push on the back there.
They did. Kopetz back behind the net. Kopetz, 52 goals, 21 assists, 73 points during the season. First team all-conference. I did a number of Lincoln's football games. Kopetz was over 250 yards rushing 4 times.
Wow. And it looks like he's going to attack the goal here.
They're not going to push him off the ball. Right in front, there's a shot and the score. Lincoln just that quickly ties it back up. The goal is number 3 for Lincoln, and that is Thomas Kenyon.
Great play right there by Kopetz, keeping his head up, drawing the double team. Kenyon moving well off ball, finds a seam. He's all alone inside to finish that.
4:26 the time on that goal. Did you get a lot of feedback from your friends about Wednesday night's broadcast?
A lot of people listening, apparently, definitely some people texting me. I was in the all-state voting process this morning in the school right behind the field over here, and had some texts from people saying, are you guys going to be broadcasting again today? It's kind of rainy. I don't know if I want to go down there. You know, definitely appreciate the kind words. If there's anything that, you know, you want to contribute, feel free to post in the message in the chat box on the YouTube page. And thank you for tuning in to Oregon Lacrosse. Hopefully we're getting a wider reach on these games and getting to expose some of our players a little more broadly.
Well, we appreciate your expertise, that's for sure, Dave. 2-2 is our score now. Each time Hood River's got a goal, Lincoln's come right back with a goal. So we're tied at 2-2. First quarter action here, Wilsonville High School. Lincoln Cardinal, Hood River Eagles. A shot. Picked out by the goalie.
Carson Blake with the fancy footwork on the clear right there. Evading the entire Hood River attack, getting it into the offensive box.
Out on a wing.
Ball circles back up top.
Lincoln's never led in this game with the ball. Kopetz, he likes to come around the corner and shoot. Shot hard, blocked by the goalie. Nice job defensively by Hood River.
Great move by Kopetz there to get his hands free. Just didn't get the shot exactly where he wanted it.
In goal for Hood River, I believe that's number 6, Oliver DeBruin. Is that right, Dave? Is that 6?
That is 6, yes.
Yeah, okay, that's Oliver DeBruin. By the way, he is a freshman. Kopetz turns the corner, sends it in the middle. They had a cutter come through, got it to him low, just couldn't handle it.
Hood River holds. Lincoln's dropping back into a deep ride. New middies coming on for both teams here. Trey Church on the clear, bringing the ball into the offensive box. Drives the middle, draws the double, kicks it inside. Good shot, but off target. Like the cut. Off-ball movement in early offense. Lincoln coming out on the clear.
I was looking down there. I believe that's Cole Pickett in goal for Lincoln, number 4.
Both of these teams dropping back on the ride, surrendering to play 6-on-6. We're not seeing a lot of aggressive challenges for the ball in the ride clear segment of the game so far.
You mentioned, Dave, you were an all-state voter earlier this morning. When will we know the results of that?
I am pretty sure that will get announced at halftime of the championship game. That's when it usually happens.
Okay, if that happens, we'll make sure we cover that. 2-2 our score, Lincoln.
Yep.
On the side, Kopetz with a shot. Let's see, 2 shots, 2 goals. And Lincoln gets their first lead at 2-3.
Hood River defense gets caught ball watching. Leaves Lincoln's most dangerous player open on the backside. Great shot right in the corner. Off-ball defenders need to open up their hips so that they can see the ball and see their man at the same time. Makes it a lot easier to knock that pass down.
Kopet's second goal, 3-2, Lincoln leads. Yeah, they're certainly going to have to change their idea about guarding him off that left side when he comes around there, because he just winds up and lets it fly. Lincoln controls the draw. Straight forward, a shot, wide left.
Goalie seems frustrated that the defense didn't slide, but I think they did the right thing there. More probably safer letting the face-off guy shoot than sliding and leaving the attackman who's already got 2 goals wide open on the crease.
You know, when you're the goalie and you got defenders in front of you and they just kind of don't cover anybody, it's pretty frustrating.
Well, that becomes a risk management decision. Or you want to let the guy shoot from 10 yards, or do you want to go to the guy at 10 yards and run the risk of giving up a shot from 2 yards? Some of the all-conference players, while we're in a timeout here, we'll talk about Hood Rivers in this timeout. Goalie Hugh Dalby. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I made a mistake there. Make that defenseman Ben Bauman, sophomore, coming in honorable mention all-conference. Defender Killian DeHaven, also a sophomore, second-team all-conference. LSM Ethan Jack, second-team all-conference. Midi Riley Durker, also a second-team all-conference. Michael Frost, whose name you've heard us call a couple times earlier, first-team all-conference, 35 goals, 23 assists, 50 ground balls. He's been a pretty successful player on the club circuit as well, and has been making a lot of noise. Ryan Salmon, senior, also with 13 goals and 16 assists and 69 ground balls out of the midfield, a player to watch. And Camden Moody, not sure we've seen him on the field yet, but 30 goals, 17 assists, 24 ground balls, first team all-conference for Hood River.
You mentioned Frost. Frost has 35 goals and 23 assists, and he has a goal here in the first quarter for Hood River.
Looks like the weather will not be a factor in the games today. This is the same weather everyone's been practicing in since February.
In Oregon, we have 2 seasons, the warm rain and the cold rain.
Flood and fire.
Lincoln with the ball. We're under 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They have the lead at 3-2. Let's see if they can get a shot away. Back behind the net, that's Kopetz. Out on top.
Oscar Featherstone with the ball right now, taking the alley. See the rollout and the throwback. Nice job moving the 2 passes to the backside. Redodge, gets to the middle.
Low shot, that's going to go out. And
Look at another take on that.
Lincoln will get the possession.
Ideally, he's taken one more step there. That shot's coming off his first foot, or off his front foot rather than his back foot. A little easier to get that on target.
Kopetz circles around with the ball, gets it off to the side. inside a shot, and there's a goal. Went high that time in the right corner.
Dominic Farinola, his dad, is a very big contributor to the Lincoln Youth program. He's been spending a lot of time coaching Lincoln Youth, along with legendary former Lincoln head coach Will Harris, with a great shot up and away, right in the corner right there. Great way to close out the quarter. Goals with 5 seconds left in a quarter, worth more than one in the sport of lacrosse.
So Lincoln gets 2 goals in the last minute, one from Kopetz, one from Farinola. And now they lead 4-2. There's the horn. That's the end of the first quarter. Our score at the end of 1 here in Cascade Cup action, it is Lincoln 4, Hood River 2. Dave, your thoughts on the first quarter?
Kind of back and forth game. Set offense looks more organized on the Lincoln side. Like the way they're dodging the alley, motioning off the dodger, and drawing double teams and moving the ball. Defensively, it seems like they might be putting Hood River in some situations to make some difficult choices. Clearing game's been pretty solid both ways. Goalie play probably going to be a difference down the stretch. We haven't seen either goalie really step out yet so far in this game. I am just noticing that the column on the Hood River roster sheet that I thought was their jersey number is something else, and there's a different jersey number. So I got a few of those wrong, I'm sure, in the first period there. So apologies for that.
Are you looking at the same roster I'm looking at?
Yes.
Okay.
I was going off of the first column in numerical order, which is where the numbers usually are. Neither roster sheet in numerical order, which, just forces us to be a little crafty. Keep the reading glasses on while watching the game. Lincoln, a program that has produced several great players over the course of time. Peter Baum, legendary Division I pro player, Team USA player, who was a staple of Lincoln's teams during their championship era many, many years ago. Most notably, Michael Marcotte, current Jesuit assistant coach, and a former player at the University of Denver and University of Oregon, also coming out of that program as well.
All right, we'll start the second quarter. Hood River will move from our right to our left, Lincoln from our left to our right. Lincoln in white, gray numerals. Normally they're in some kind of red, but they're in there all white with white gray numbers. Hood River, those gold numbers. Right away, quickly, off the draw, the shot came right down and put it in.
Ronan Duke Martin, second time, face-off win right in front. Carries it right down Broad Street. Defense does not slide to him again. This time he buries it.
3 straight goals now by Lincoln. The time on that, 11:53, 7 seconds it took him to win the draw, come down and shoot and score. Number 16, Ryan Duke Martin. Draw picked up this time by Hood River. They're down 5-2. Ball loose, right in front of the goalie, picks it up. Nice job of ball awareness that time. That ball was loose right in front. That is Cole Pickett in goal for Lincoln.
Big hit there from Hood River, earns the ball back on the ride. Wait, we've got whistles from the FAR officials. FAR official is going to call that a push in the back.
I just realized, Dave, I made the same mistake you made on the Hood River roster. In goal, that's number 6, Hugh Dalby.
It was when I looked down my players to watch list that I realized we had an issue there.
Okay.
So push in the back right there will give Lincoln a 30-second man-up situation.
So that first goal that we said was Forrest Hedberg was actually number 14, Milo Kitchings.
Lincoln starts out in an open set, now sliding into a 2-3-1 with one interior player on the crease.
And the second goal for Hood River was actually number 12, and that is actually Jackson Weed. So, okay, so I think we got everything figured out and got the right numbers for all the Hood River players.
Ball doing most of the work here, not a lot of motion on this man up.
5-2, Lincoln leads.
Tough pass inside. Kenyon not really open there. Lincoln comes up with the ground ball.
Hard shot.
Big take.
You don't have to guess who that was that fired that and shot it in the net. That was Kopetz. Hat trick for him. Six to 2. Time on that goal, 10:40.
I think Hood River is going to need to address how they're guarding him if they're going to stay in this game. Rain's starting to come down pretty hard now.
Artificial surface here, so we won't have a problem with that. But ball loose, scooped up by the LSM. Here comes Lincoln forward. Turns the corner on the right. You have to watch for Kopetz. 3 shots, 3 goals. Lincoln, shot high. Dalby sends it forward. In front of the shot, wide left. Hood River will still have the ball. 6-2 our score. Lincoln leads. It was 4-2 at the end of the first quarter. Right in front, nice stop that time. Goalie made a save. And Lincoln will start forward. All the way out to midfield, over the head. And Hood River comes back up with it.
Up and down action.
Timeout. Hood River was yelling for timeout.
Dangerous situation there because you can hear the coach is calling for timeout. The player stops and the referee doesn't immediately blow the whistle. Gracious defender not laying the lumber right there. That's a situation where you can get pretty banged up pretty quick.
You know, that was my exact thought. They called timeout. The player stopped. He was just standing there. The referee had not yet called timeout. He was subject to getting leveled, and the defender backed off and let the timeout call be made by the referee.
So since the last break, it's been all Lincoln. 4-goal run for them. They are very much in control of this game at this time, executing more precisely on offense. Hood River seems to be jumping at the first opportunity that they're getting. And a lot of times it just might be in their best interest to settle the ball down, keep it away from Lincoln's offense a little bit, maybe work for a more higher percentage opportunity.
All right, team's headed back out. It will be Hood River ball. Hood River in front. Shot goes wide. Like I said, it's raining, artificial surface. Won't stop the action. Lightning will.
A little bit of confusion in the off-ball rotation from the attack right there. Nice move to the goal by the midfielder. Take that shot overhand. Hits on cage. That shot might be going in. There's a good shot. Good save by the Lincoln goalie.
Save, and it did hit at the post, so good job defensively. Reverse the field for Lincoln. They now go to the left side. And here comes the goalie forward. Nice pass. Down the right side. Lincoln with the ball. They'll bring it out on top. .7:35 left to go here in the first half. Hard shot, skips it, blocked by the goalie.
Low to low from Carson Blake. Goalie eats it up. Coming back the other way with Hood River.
Another good stop by Hugh Dalby.
Fresh midi out of the box. Clears the ball pretty easily for Hood River. That's number 11, Ryan Salmon. Talking about him earlier.
Ball loose on the ground. Scooped up by Hood River.
Nice poke check from Mitchell Campbell to get it on the ground there.
Again on the ground, again picked up by Hood River. They led, Hood River, the Eagles led 2-1. 5 straight goals for Lincoln. Another nice stop by Pickett.
Michael Frost on the shot right there. And an easy clear for Lincoln. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe I didn't. Game slows while Lincoln is subbing. A little fatigue maybe setting in on both of these teams right now. Not seeing a lot of active feet out there on the field.
I mentioned Kopetz was a football player and that he was a running back, had great games. He's actually headed to Cal Berkeley to play linebacker, defensive linebacker.
That's awesome.
Lincoln out on top. Shoots it. Wide left. Scooped up behind the net, sent back in front, but that's going to be picked up by Hood River.
Thomas Dunn just couldn't handle that ground ball. Extra opportunity for Lincoln here.
Launched out to midfield by the goalie, Dalby. Hood River comes forward. There's a skip shot down low, blocked by the goalie, and Lincoln will move forward. Lincoln down the right side, that's number 1, Carson Blake. Still with the ball.
Dom Farinola with it right now. Buying themselves a second while they get fresh legs on the field. Oscar Featherstone on the dodge there. Sidearm shot is off target. Oscar, first team all-name lacrosse. That's a great one. And there he is with a big lefty finish.
Goal for Lincoln.
To go along with it, Oscar Featherstone.
3:17 the time on that goal. I'm sorry, that goal was by?
Oscar Featherstone.
Oh.
Wasn't it?
I think so. He's number 9.
Yep. Hood River's really going to need to get something going here.
Now that they've given up 6 straight goals. They led at 2-1. They led 1-0. Lincoln tied it up at 1-1. They led 2-1. Now 6 straight goals by the Cardinal.
That's Matthew Imdike on the face-off right there, who's been splitting the face-off duties for Lincoln. Hood River has had several players up at the X, but most of these draws seem to be going to the boys in white.
They do. Number 19, MDK.
To mention some of Lincoln's all-conference players now. On attack, freshman Ben Lahamadou, second-team all-conference. Attackman Dom Farinola, a junior, also second-team all-conference. Brady Kopetz, that's the midfielder, first-team all-conference. Seems like he's been running out of the attack today.
Yep.
Rauer Schnelby, another midfielder, second-team all-conference. Carson Blake, who has been all over the ball, both on the offensive and defensive sides of the game so far today. Also an honorable mention, as is LSM Mitch Campbell. Face-off man Ronan Duke Martin comes in on the second team, and on the defensive end, their anchor Alex Lahamadou, first team all-conference. So both of these schools with a good number of players who have been honored as amongst the best players in their conference, and a lot of younger names on there too. So definitely these teams look to only be stronger coming up in the future.
Yeah, Ben Lamadou, second team all-conference, is actually a freshman. 30 seconds left to go in the first half. Lincoln leads 7-2.
It's Riley Spangler bringing the ball into play there.
Another great football player.
His mom is an outstanding yoga teacher. Been to her classes many times.
Lincoln with the ball. And they get another goal before halftime.
Great
Inside.
move right there. Oh, and a great save.
Nice save that time by Hugh Dalby.
Really like Lincoln's offense, drawing the double to the ball, moving it 2 passes to the backside, getting that shot quickly. That's a big save from Dalby. Maybe that gives Hood River the juice it needs to get back in this game.
Nico Farinola on that last shot. Hood River will start forward. Gonna have to hurry. back behind the net, and that goes out.
Good take there by Michael Frost, just barely off target.
I'm sorry, there's a minute 40 left.
Frost trying to get to the inside, nothing doing. Great defense right there.
Lincoln, tough defense right in front. There's a shot, a goal. A goal for Hood River. I believe the goal is number 2. Riley Durker.
Yep.
Time on that, 1:23. Riley Durker with the goal.
He's right back out there on the wing to compete for the ground ball on this face-off. See if Hood River can get something going here.
7-3.
Yep. Well, Riley's not ready to roll over.
Right.
He scores the goal. Ground ball on the face-off. He's going straight to the rack.
Whistle.
Coach isn't going to let him take that shot. Calls a timeout.
He said, I got a goal. I won the draw. I might as well just head down there and see if I can throw it in again.
Coaching, you never know whether to call that timeout or not.
What's the advantage?
You don't lose the ball.
Oh, okay. That's a big one.
You like worry out of a scramble. You know, a lot of times you use those timeouts to preserve possession in situations when you would be about to lose the ball in a scramble kind of situation. And every once in a while, what happens is that they just go, you know, like the whistle blows, they take a shot, it's a beautiful shot, and you wish you hadn't called timeout.
Just to let you know, we will be taking a break at halftime, so. Seven to 3. It was 4-2 at the end of one. Lincoln has outscored Hood River 3-1 here in the second quarter.
Nice face dodge. Sidearm shot is off target, but draws a flag.
2 flags. What's the call?
Probably going to be a slash.
Looked like the referee had his hands up. Slash on the Cardinal. Hood River will keep the ball.
That'll be a 1-minute penalty on Lincoln.
All right, Lincoln player over in the penalty box. They'll play a man down. Great chance for Hood River. They're going to go around the outside.
Hood River just kind of sitting in a 3-3 here. No motion. Lincoln getting a little antsy, a little bit of a spoken wheel going on defense, pushing out now. We'll see one guy come out hard to play the ball.
And a goal. Just threw it in right over the top of the goalie. Goal for number 14.
Defenders approach at Milo Kitchings. A little off target there. Milo just gets right underneath into dunk it. And Hood River back in the game, 7-4, 24 seconds left in the first half. Penalty is released. Big face-off here.
That's Kitching's second goal of the game. And it's 7-4. 2 quick goals by Hood River. They cut the deficit to 3
Yep.
Lincoln with the ball. Time for maybe one rush towards the net.
Yep, they're going to get a shot. 9 seconds. There it is. Oh, gives up a rebound.
Tried to bounce that in. Dalby stopped it.
Might have had another second or two there.
There's the horn. That is the end of the first half. Our score here at halftime at Wilsonville High School in Cascade Cup action. It is Lincoln 7, Hood River 4. Dave, your thoughts about the first half?
Looked for a little while like Lincoln was going to run away with it, but Hood River fought their way back, shut down the run, couple of goals towards the end of the first half there, and a 3-goal game can go any way here. Faceoffs seem to be going either way. A lot of grit on the wings on the ground balls is what's going to determine who's going to be successful here and who is going to pull out the W in the second half.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with about 2 minutes to go before the start of the second half at Wilsonville High School. Our score at halftime, it is Lincoln 7, Hood River 4. Welcome back. Halftime here at Wilsonville High School. Cascade Cup lacrosse action. Lincoln and Hood River. Our score, Lincoln leads 7-3. 4 goals in the first quarter, 3 in the second. Hood River 4. That's 2 goals in each quarter. 3 goals, a hat trick for Brady Kopetz for Lincoln already. 2 goals for Milo Kitchen for Hood River. Those are the multiple goal scorers in this game. So again, it's 7-4. Again, this is the top 24 teams in the state made the playoffs. This are teams 25-40, and they're playing for what they call the Cascade Cup Championship. So we're looking forward to bringing you second half action. We're at Wilsonville High School. I'm Dave Hull along with Dave Sanford.
How's it going, everybody? Just down on the concourse during the intermission. Really great crowd out here already to check out this game. More games coming out throughout the day. Championship game is always a spectacle. Definitely get down here if you can. If not, we hope you'll stay with us here on Oregon Sports Beat.
Again, 3 o'clock, we're going to do an all-star game. We're just starting to get the rosters for those two teams. Should be a great game. The championship game is at 5:30. Oh, big collision. Lincoln hits the deck there.
Yep, flag down.
What's the call on that? Pushing?
It's going to be a push from behind. Kind of a avoidable foul there. If there's a player closer to the ball than you and you're stuck behind him, you need to either get around him or use your stick to lift his back hand when he is trying to scoop the ball. But any contact on the back will generally draw a flag from most officials.
That penalty against Ryan Salmon from Hood River. He's over in the penalty box.
Lincoln starts in an open set, slides down to a 2-3-1. Ball movement is good. On the reversal, the pass is a little off target. Quick turnover back to Hood River, so looks like they survived that.
Clyde O'Keefe was standing just to the left of the goal that time and set up to kind of throw it in, but they couldn't get the ball to him.
Good ride there by Lincoln. See a little more pressure than we've seen on the ride. Creates a turnover.
That was a great steal that time on the pass. Number 11, Mitchell Campbell for Lincoln.
Thomas Kenyon struggling on the ground ball. The corner is a little bit out of our view, but it looks like the ball is going over to Hood River.
Lincoln in the white moving from our right to our left. Hood River in the black and gold. They will move from our left to our right. In goal for Hood River, that's Hugh Dalby. In goal for Lincoln, that's Cole Pickett. Oh. Number 11 that time, big hit for Hood River. That's Salmon again, Ryan Salmon.
Yeah, you just can't do that.
The hit was on Thomas Kenyon. Kopetz back behind the net where he likes to get the ball. He has it. Going to turn around, come right to left this time. A shot, blocked. Still with the ball, another shot, wide left.
Kopetz going to his left instead of his right that time. Lincoln attack does not balance the field. There's no backup. Ball goes back to Hood River. Salmon running it up again, being a little more deceptive with his feet instead of lowering his shoulder into the attacker, and clears the ball easily this time. Lincoln retreats back into the box. We're here to play 6-on-6. Salmon goes straight into it, draws a double team. That's going to be a penalty. Contact with the ball on the ground. Loose ball push. Going to go over to Hood River.
We're early on in third quarter, and David looks to me like the physicality has picked up.
Both teams definitely playing more aggressively here. But, I would say aggressively within the rules, appropriately. This is a game that is supposed to have contact in it, and there's definitely some places where the contact has been pulled back for safety correctly, some places where maybe it's been pulled back a little too much. Definitely there's different opinions on that.
There's a great quote by Vince Lombardi, the football coach, one time, and they were asking him, is football a contact sport? And he said, no, football is not a contact sport. Dancing is a contact sport. Football is a collision sport. And that's what we're starting to see more of here is collisions.
Lincoln slowing it down now after the clear.
Oh.
A little bit of a change up. Lincoln in a 2-2-2 set now.
Lob back to the goalie, Dalby. And he'll walk it forward and send it out to midfield.
It's Cam Moody with the ball on the far side. First team all-conference attackman. Kicks it back up through the midfield. Hood River quick into their offense. Nice defense. Shot is off target. A little bit of a low angle there.
Wide left, off target.
Michael Frost on the shot.
In front, the shot. Kind of jumped through and missed the shot.
Nice dodge by Milo Kitchings. Great handle there by Cam Moody, but just can't finish it. Great save by the Lincoln goalie. Hood River retains possession. Seeing more motion off ball out of Hood River in the second half too. Team offense looking a lot better for them. One cradle and moving it. More what you want to see in team offense.
Behind the net, comes out front.
Of course, just as I say that, that dodge goes right into a double team. Again, Hood River now more aggressive on the ride as well.
Lincoln trying to move the ball up front, got to hurry.
Yeah, that's a great clear from Carson Blake. Great effort.
Kopetz, where he likes to be, over on the left side.
Lincoln still in their 2-2-2, slowing to a sub middies here. It's Dom Ferrignola with the ball.
Kopetz makes that spin move, shoots, too high. First time he's made that spin move, didn't get it right on goal.
Ferrignola with the backup right there. Nice change of direction. He turns the corner.
Ferrignola looking like Kopetz turned the corner. Dalby got his stick up and blocked it. Ground ball picked up by Lincoln. On the ground again.
Yeah.
And Lincoln comes up with that.
Good hustle out of both of these teams on those ground ball scrums.
In front, Kopetz again bounced that one off to the left.
Beat his man, but kind of hung his stick right there. He keeps his stick in front of him. He's getting to the goal.
7-4, Lincoln leads. Third quarter action. Kopetz in the middle, couldn't get a handle on the ball, goes out.
Nice feed from Dom Ferrignola to get that ball in a tight window there.
Lincoln was back, they'll keep possession.
Riley Spangler. Ferrignola now.
Spangler 17.
Clyde O'Key with the ball.
Inside, a shot and a goal. I'm going to say that was Dominic Ferrignola.
They are going to disallow that goal. Warding off is the call.
Oh.
And a quick restart for Hood River. Hood River with a slow break opportunity here.
Farinola's goal disallowed, so it's still 7-4. And the reason behind disallowing that goal?
Looked like they called warding off. Didn't really see it. Referee in position to make the call. You can't use your free hand to gain advantage from the defender.
So Hood River with the ball. Hard shot, blocked in that time by Pickett. That would have been a big goal for Lincoln. They lead by 3, 7-4. Tried to skip that and does, skipped it in.
Michael Frost to Cam Moody. Hood River climbs back within 2.
Cam Moody, number 9, with the goal. And Hood River within 2. They've scored 3 straight goals.
Big swing right there.
Moody was first team all-conference as a sophomore.
Undersized, but he is tough.
4:32 left to go here in the third. Lincoln forward. Kopatz one-on-one, shoots a wide right, puts his hands up on his head. He know he missed a wide open net that time.
Great opportunity right there.
You could see he was frustrated, put his hands up on his helmet right after he shot it.
Just rushed it a little bit too much on his release, had more time than he thought he did. Just missed his target.
So he'll
now
come
going back to the
around
cage.
And shot that one high. Kopatz, after hitting his first 3 shots now, has missed 3. Lincoln still with the ball. Ball loose on the ground, scooped up to Kopatz. Kopatz wants another shot, inside, and a shot.
I love the way Kopatz is dodging with his head up. Not afraid to put the ball inside his teammates, trusting them to make plays. Great hustle on the ground ball there as well.
Kopatz went back and got that. Moves to the right side. Ball on the ground, scooped up by Hood River. Here they come. Down the right side. Nice job of staying in bounds. That ball loose on the ground. Scooped up by Lincoln.
Ground ball scrums look like there's a championship game going on. Great handle there on the offensive end. Flag is down. Not sure what the penalty is.
Flag was at midfield. Call's going to be on Hood River. There it is. The whistle.
Offside's the call against Hood River. Lincoln with a big opportunity. I think Kopatz kind of making the rounds to his teammates, giving some instructions. Lincoln starting in an open set as they have on each of their man-up opportunities. They'll roll a guy into the crease pretty quickly here, I'm guessing.
Lincoln with a one-man advantage. They're up 7-5. Kopatz sends it back out on top. Hard shot. High. Still with the ball. Kopatz works his way inside. Looks, sends it back behind the net. That's going to go out. Nobody back there to keep that ball for Lincoln.
That's the right play by Kopatz, looking back to Clyde O'Keefe sneaking up from behind the goal, but passes just slightly off target, and they don't connect. Ball goes back to Hood River. 2:10 in the quarter. It's 7-5 Lincoln. Lincoln was out to a big lead. Hood River has been clawing their way back into it.
6 goals in the first
Big
quarter.
mistake right there, though. Oh, but they get bailed out by the goalie's best friend.
The post. 6 goals in the first quarter, 5 in the second. We've had 1 here in the third.
A little bit of sloppy play there both ways. Maybe Lincoln will capitalize on this situation. Kopets brings the ball in near side of the box. Draws 3, moves it.
Inside.
Yeah.
Can't get a shot away.
Farinola trying to muscle up his defender right there.
Sends it off. Across. A shot, another shot. Made the first shot, rebound. The second, shot that one, missed them both.
I think the competitive play you're seeing on the field and the excitement we're getting from the fans right now really validates the existence of a tournament like this. Postseason lacrosse doesn't need to just be for the top teams in the state. Giving boys the opportunity to compete against other players and teams at their level, always a good thing. Great save there by the Hood River goalie.
And this has been a great game. Ball loose, still on the ground, picked up by Hood River.
Michael Frost touched the ball with his hand right there. You can't do that.
You could see that. It bounced up, and he hit it with his hand and then put his hands up to his head like, I can't do that.
As a coach, you always tell your players have 2 hands on the stick when they're going to pick up a ground ball. You've seen a lot of one-handed ground balls in this game. Keep 2 hands on your stick, you won't do things like that. .28 seconds left in the quarter. Let's hope that one extra possession doesn't come back to haunt Hood River there.
7-5, Lincoln leads. Back behind the net. Kopets spins around, gets a shot away. Save. Nice job by Dalby. Saved it and then fell down on top of the ball.
They're calling that a goal.
Well, wait a minute. Was he sitting on it over the line?
I think it hit the net and came out.
Yeah, they're calling that a goal.
Quick ball movement. Gets the defense a little offset. Gives Kopets the chance to dodge with the slide coming a little bit slower. Manages to squeeze that one in there between the goalie's feet.
8-5, Kopets with his 4th goal.
Yeah. So that could be a pretty significant penalty right here. See how the referees call this. The player scooping the ball's head was down. They could call that a defenseless player penalty if they choose to. You could see that he got ear hold. You can see Coach Adrian McCallalad on the sidelines, who's a big champion for his players, ready to have a discussion with the official about what's going on. 2 minutes full time looks like the call, so that's a big penalty. You'll see Lincoln just hold on to the ball right here to take it in the 4th quarter without a face-off, and that may be something that changes the tide of this game.
All right, just a few seconds. Lincoln with the ball. There's the horn. Our score at the end of 3 is Lincoln 8, Hood River 5, each team with 1 goal there in the 3rd quarter. For Hood River, Cam Moody with a goal. For the Lincoln Cardinal, Brady Kopets with his 4th goal. That was at 9 seconds left to go. So we'll start the 3rd quarter, or the 4th quarter, and Lincoln will have a 3-goal lead just like they had at halftime.
Going into the 4th quarter of this game, a lot of times it comes down to your seniors, how checked in they are. Coach Adrian McCallalad from Lincoln earlier this week told me how proud he was of his seniors. It's been a bit of adversity through the last couple of years in the Lincoln program. These kids have endured, created a positive environment, and really worked hard to bring the younger players into the mix. Again, some of their best players playing other sports. Rowan Schnebley, number 10, will be a goalkeeper for Stanford men's soccer in the fall. Brady Kopetz, number 23, will play running back and linebacker for the University of Colorado Buffaloes.
That's it. I'm sorry I said there. It was UC Berkeley. It is Colorado.
Their starting goalie was a midfielder at the beginning of the season, and just kind of stepped in when somebody needed to step up to play goalie. He has shown to be a very serviceable goalie here today. There are 3 sets of siblings on the Lincoln team, which create lots of rivalries and scrapping in practice. The Lahamadus, where we've got Alexander and Benjamin on attack and defense. The Schnellbys, Rowan and Camden, and the Barrows, Jack and Abe. Another interesting thing about Lincoln, Lincoln requires all the players on their teams to put in volunteer time with their youth programs. That was hard to do last year with all the COVID restrictions and stuff, but throughout the season, all their players have attended practices for their teams from 1st to 8th grade, and really working to build a great foundation in the program from elementary to high school.
The Lahamadu brothers were both football players. Abe Barrow was the starting quarterback on the Lincoln football team.
Wow. And in that youth program, a lot of coaching time put in by former state championship head coach Will Harris and his longtime assistant Art Chen. Art was a star Division I goalie at Harvard before returning to Oregon or moving to Oregon to coach. Played high school ball in Baltimore at McDonough, about 5 miles away from where I went to high school.
But you went to school in Baltimore?
I did.
Oh.
I went there several years before Art, though. We won't talk about that. But these guys, there's so many people invested in this program over time, wanting it to succeed, that, they're definitely going on the right path. Getting back into the 4th quarter right now. Lincoln on the man up.
So as a kid, were you rooting for Maryland?
As a kid, Maryland was would be my second favorite team. I grew up about 5 minutes from Johns Hopkins University.
You talk about great lacrosse programs.
The old graybeard, she ain't what she used to be. But, definitely in those days, it was a very storied program, and it was really exciting to get out there and watch Don Petramala, Quint Kasanich, and some of the big names in the sport today as coaches and analysts when they were playing.
I grew up about 15 minutes from Ohio State University.
Oh, my goodness. Go Buckeyes. Oh, they get it inside, and that ball squeaks in.
Looked like he had a block, and then it kind of rolled in the net. Goal for Lincoln. 11-12 at the time on that goal. Thomas Kenyon with the goal. Is that who that was? I think. Yep. Kenyon, that's his second goal of the game. And the lead goes back to 4, 9-5.
I had the privilege of coaching Thomas Kenyon in middle school. He was incredibly undersized, still not the biggest guy, but really tough for a player his age. Great to see him out here.
And he's got a couple of goals here. Kopetz has 4, Kenyon has 2. Lincoln leads by 4 again, 9-5.
Lincoln still man up here because of the unreleasable penalty and putting a lot of pressure on the ball. Michael Frost kind of got away with a ward right there. Playing keep away.
Hood River had
trying to get to the goal. Shorthanded, he shoots and he scores.
Oh!
Big juice goal for Hood River. Great individual effort for Michael Frost. He's pumped up.
I was just going to say they got the lead down to 2 when Moody scored in the 3rd. Now they get it down to 3 again with Michael Frost's goal, and the time on that goal, 10:30.
Going to see a man-down face-off right here. So you'll notice on the near side wing, Hood River does not have a player. They'll be playing 2-on-3 on the face-off, still man down. Referee's making the face-off guys get back up. Get them down again. Lincoln wins the clamp. Ronan gets it out pretty cleanly, and Lincoln clears it into the offensive half.
Carson Bleak down there, number 1. Whistle.
Dark ball. Looks like an illegal substitution on Lincoln. Not sure if somebody left early or if they had too many guys out on the field.
Again, fans, 3 o'clock will be the OHSLA All-Star game. We'll bring that to you in its entirety, starting at 3. At 5:30 is the championship game, Jesuit and Lake Ridge. Jesuit looking to avenge last year's loss to Lake Ridge.
Hood River back at even strength now. Fitness becomes an issue here. Neither team going really that deep in their midfield. We're seeing the same guys out on every shift.
In front, a hard shot and a goal. 14 on the goal for Hood River. That's Milo Kitchington. He has a hat trick now.
Not sure that pass was intended for him, but he's in the right place, picks it up off the ground and buries it back past the goalie. Time out on the field, 9-7. Lincoln. Hood River making another run. 9 minutes to go in the Cascade Cup championship game.
9:25 the time on that goal. When Lincoln got it back up to 4 at 9-5, 2 quick goals come back from Hood River, cuts it back to 2, 9-7.
Crowd is really fired up down there.
You can hear the crowd chanting Eagles. 9-7. Another goal would put this right at the edge for Lincoln. Here comes Lincoln forward. Two quick goals by Hood Rivers cut this lead to 2.
That pass is tipped. It's going to stay Lincoln ball.
Cardinals keep the ball. Ball loose, back behind the net, picked up by Kopetz.
Great I was going to say great athletic play by the Hood River defender, but referee thought he was out of bounds, in position to make the call. Quick on the restart there. Hood River lucky not to be caught out of position.
I was watching Frost in front of the net guarding Kopetz. That's a clear height advantage.
The sweet spot is the hip. It doesn't matter how big you are. If you can get your hands to the offensive player's hip, it's a lot easier to move him off his line than if you're contacting his shoulder.
In front, a shot.
That's going to be a hold on Hood River.
Hood River on the hold. 9-7, Lincoln leads.
29, about probably 8 inches taller than the attackman he's guarding. Just comes in a little bit high. Stick gets caught under the helmet. Those look a lot worse than they are in terms of how it feels if you're on the receiving end of that. But appropriately called by the officials. Lincoln on the man up. Again, starting in an open set. Look for Thomas Kenyon to cut into the crease here momentarily after he moves the ball. There he goes.
Low, a turnaround and a goal. Lincoln, the pass in front, the turnaround shot and a goal.
Both sides, you've seen unnecessary penalties turn into goals from extra man offensive units with a lot of poise. Lincoln been running that same play all day, but Kenyon gets free inside, picks up his third.
Kenyon with a hat trick. 7:15 the time on that. 10-7.
Game still in reach for Hood River.
Here's the draw.
Love the battle on these faceoffs. These guys are really selling out.
Lincoln comes up with it. In front, a shot and a goal. Lincoln with another goal. Number 5 that time. Dominic Ferranola.
Great team play and early offense there. Kopets being selfless with the ball. Ferranola moving excellently without the ball in his stick. Finds himself on the doorstep for a dunk.
6:53 the time. Hood River with 2 goals. Lincoln comes right back with 2 to get the lead back up to 4. 11-7. Lincoln scoops that up.
Ronan Duke Martin winning faceoffs when he needs to. Lincoln settles in on offense. Hood River cheering section calling for pressure. Not a bad idea, down 4 with 6 minutes to go. Lincoln being very deliberate, going to attack the short stick out of the midfield.
Lincoln shot blocked by Dalby.
Offense doesn't rotate, defense doesn't slide. There's a great look to the backside, but they can't handle it. Ground ball to Hood River.
Here comes Hood River forward.
Nice clear by number 44 into the offensive zone to Cam Moody. He is de-sticked. He's going to get called for playing without a stick right there. That's going to go back to Lincoln.
Fox Lucas, number 44, made that great save and brought the ball up.
Great one-handed catch in the middle of the field there.
Lincoln on the attack. Oh, nice block by Dalby. Kopets turned the corner that time, and Dalby had a stick up and blocked the shot. Offense seems to be going now the Hood River way. They've been down at that end for quite some time. I'm sorry, Lincoln. Shot, skips it, wide left. That was Carson Blake.
Throughout the game, Lincoln has been more in control in half-field sets than Hood River has. Hood River has managed to get juice goals, but not managed the ball on offense for as long as Lincoln has. Here's Hood River running it into the offensive zone. Their coach is going to call a timeout, I'm guessing, to talk about this. Yep.
Timeout.
4:52 to go. Lincoln by 4. Cascade Cup Championship.
You were mentioning about the Hood River crowd shouting instructions, pressure, and all of that. I remember I went to Portland State. They had a great offensive team in the 80s and 90s. As a promotion one time, they passed out cards, and it said run, or on the other side said pass. And the coach would look up and see what the fans wanted him to do, whether it's run or pass.
Wow.
Now, he didn't follow it all the time, but it was a lot of fun.
He's making like a Hulk Hogan pose, putting his hand up to his ear, listening for the call from the crowd.
Right. Not raining right now, 62 degrees.
It was coming down pretty hard earlier. Hopefully we will get some good weather to get us through the All-Star game and the finals.
3 o'clock's the All-Star game, 5:30's the finals. That's Jesuit and Lake Ridge. Traditionally, how do these All-Star games go? Lots of goals?
A lacrosse all-star game is kind of like a Pro Bowl.
The only one of those pro all-star games that is any good is baseball. The Pro Bowl and the NBA games are not very exciting.
Yeah. I would love going to the Pro League lacrosse all-star games, because they literally, they're all trying to do showy things with the ball. And defensively, they don't touch each other at all because nobody wants to hurt anybody. People from your regular team are interspersed between both teams. And it can be pretty funny. But then still, even though they're, being careful not to hurt each other, it always seems to be like a 23-22 game. And then the last 3 minutes, everyone's competitive nature comes out and everybody is suddenly balling out and going nuts because they still want to win.
Where do they play those at?
Different towns every year. Last year, I want to say it was in Los Angeles, if I remember right.
Shot wide right.
Premier Lacrosse League, Pro Lacrosse, kicking off this weekend on ESPN+.
The goalie that time tried to get back, but I think Lincoln did get somebody back to get possession.
PLL coming to Tacoma for their first stop in the Northwest in August as well.
You mean they're going to have a team there or just a game?
So the way the league works, it's a traveling circuit where they have 7 teams, or 8, might be 8 teams this year that do not have homes. And all the teams travel to a location, and they play all the games for the league in one location for the season.
Sort of like the USFL that plays all their games in Birmingham.
Yeah. And they do a good job of tying in with youth events that are happening in those markets as well, so that they can kind of maximize the opportunity for people to see the game at the highest level. Those games are really fun to watch. When you see them, it's hard to not think about a kid that would watch it and not want to get out there and try it.
When I came in, I saw a couple of tents set up that were sponsoring lacrosse information. I thought that was a good deal. Spins around the inside, comes inside, shoots a goal. Kopetz, his 5th goal. 12-7.
That might be the nail in the coffin right there. Tents on the sidewalk out here. There's folks out there from Team Oregon, from True Lacrosse, from Lacrosse Northwest, all talking about things that they do, supporting a lot of lacrosse training and development in the off-season, and some club tournament teams as well. A number of the kids you're seeing in these games participate on those teams. Tend not to point it out so much during these games because we really want to focus on school lacrosse. But, there's definitely a bunch of good opportunities here for people to keep playing once the spring season ends.
Lincoln back to their biggest lead. They were led at 7-2. They now lead at 12-7. Kopetz with 5 goals. Here's an interesting stat for you, Dave. Kopetz has scored in every quarter.
He's a big, tough kid. He's taking a pounding in this game, and he is still hustling. Looks like he might have got a Charlie horse. He's kind of favoring his hip right now.
Hood River with the ball, trailed by 5. Two minutes left. Michael Frost shoots low. Lincoln comes up with it.
Lincoln sideline and fans are pumped up.
There's a long pass, but Lincoln comes up with it.
So because the goal differential here is 5, Lincoln is not going to have to keep the ball in the box. They still get a good look, take a shot. Shot is saved.
Right in front. Dalby makes a good save, faced off 1-on-1 right in front of the shooter. I think the shooter, let's see, I'm pretty sure it was Kenyon. Yes, it was. Lincoln still with the ball.
I'd expect Lincoln to go into keep away mode here. I wouldn't expect them trying to put any more points on the board.
That is going to go out. Hood River ball. .45 seconds left to go in the game. In. Shoots and scores. That's a goal.
An example of why we want to take care of the ball in the last couple of minutes of the game when we're winning and just kind of get to the end. 4-goal lead, 41 seconds, still pretty in control for Lincoln, but you never know.
Who scored that goal? Did you see the number?
I think it was number 4.
I think you're right. The goal was by number 4, and that is Max Jones. 12-8. Here's the draw. Still on the ground. Now picked up by Lincoln. Lincoln takes a timeout. What's the point of the timeout here?
Might be a couple different things. After the turnover on that last possession, coach might be really trying to make sure that he is his players understand what his objectives are in terms of getting the end of the game. Another thing too, this kind of situation, if you've got seniors and they're not on the field, a lot of times coaches will try and get their seniors on the field to finish their season that way rather than on the sidelines, which can be a pretty impactful play for those players. The other thing is I just saw Coach walk out of the huddle there. Now that it's a 4-goal differential as opposed to a 5-goal differential, the Lincoln will have to keep the ball in the offensive box. So it looks like he was showing them where the ball needed to be and how he wanted them to go into the box so that they wouldn't get pushed right out.
This has been the most productive quarter of the game. 7 goals here in the fourth quarter. It was 8-5, and it's now 12-8. 4 goals for Lincoln, 3 goals for Hood River here in the fourth.
Fun back and forth game to watch. Great effort from both teams. Great sportsmanship from both teams.
Lots of individual efforts that were outstanding, led by Brady Kopetz with 5 goals. Lincoln with the ball.
Keep it in call is on. Ward call from the far side official there. gives the ball back to Hood River. 15 seconds left on the clock. Will they try and get one more? Will they just run it out? Let's see. Michael Frost with the ball, face dodge.
Frost over midfield. Throws it right in front of the net. There's a shot down low. It goes in.
That counts.
I don't think Pickett ever saw that ball.
Game's not over.
Milo Kitchings.
Great pass, great pressure catch, and backhanded shovel shot to get it in the goal. There's probably a second left on the clock, so we will have a face-off here.
Kitchings now with 4 goals in for Hood River. 12-9 our score. Each team with 4 goals here in the fourth. Hood River players celebrating. That's a moral victory for them on that shot.
Yep.
There's the horn. That ends it. Our final score here at Wilsonville High School Cascade Cup action. Lincoln wins 12-9. Our score by quarters, Hood River 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 4 in the fourth. Lincoln 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and 4 in the fourth to get us to 12-9. Dave, your thoughts?
Again, great effort from both teams. I think that Lincoln came out, played really well as a team, rose to the occasion when they needed to, fought back from adversity, deserved to take the W. Hood River fought hard the whole time, and these rivals will be back at it. I'm sure they'll see each other at least twice again next year, and have a feeling a bunch of these kids will be playing on the same team together come Tuesday when they start their summertime club practices as well.
Again, we're here at Wilsonville High School. We're going to have the All-Star game, the OSHLA All-Star game here at 3 o'clock, and then the championship game at 5:30, Jesuit and Lake Ridge. So stick around. We'll take a break now, and then we'll come back at 3 o'clock. You're listening to Oregon Sports Beat. You can find our information about our upcoming games at OregonSportsBeat.com. I want to thank Wilsonville High School for their hospitality, our broadcast crew, Alva Myers, our engineer, Ryan Johnson, our cameraman, my broadcast partner, Dave Sanford. We'll be back at 3 o'clock. I'm Dave Hall. Again, the final score in the Cascade Cup Championship. It is Lincoln 12, Hood River 9. See you at 3.